Shalom Akim, this is Brother Brandon. Welcome back here another one through the Spirit and Prophet of Yahawashi. First and foremost, I think about praise, honor, and glory. That's Heavenly Father and Son, Yahawashi. Double honor, salutation, and apostles of their great millstone, ruling time in his truth and a sincere citation, meant to brother, push us worth through truth and sincerity, rest in life, freedom to do so. I'm the Brother Brandon. Welcome back here another one through the Spirit and Prophet of Yahawashi. And today, through the Spirit, I wanted to do a video on, the growing concern with these food banks, man. And it's pretty prevalent in Western society. Canada, Canada and America. I don't know about Australia. I haven't done any reviews on it, but this article popped up, and I thought I would definitely do a sit down in it and showing you the state that you're basically heading for in the future, which is clearly a famine, man. I can speak of for over here in Canada, man. Those food banks are crazy, man. All right, and the thing is, a lot of these it's not even a lot of the homeless people, really, And as you can see right here, a lot of these people look normal, man. These look like everyday, people that go to work and all that. And that is the problem, man. The food banks used to be for the homeless. Now you have regular people that have houses. You have regular people that have what's it called, man? They have cars, houses, jobs. And due to the inflation, due to the circumstances that's going on in the economy, a lot of these people they're still in the food banks, man. Okay, it's not even the homeless people no more. It's regular citizens that pass by you every day, go on the train, drive cars, they own houses, all of that. And I wish I saw the video, but over here in Canada, an Elamite, okay, so-called East Indian, he got caught in the food bank, and he was a banker. Okay, the dude, I wouldn't say a banker, but I think he worked for the bank, and he made around, literally it exposed everything about him. He made 79K a year, and he said he went to the food bank to save money. So that is very telling of the times that we're in, man. Okay, dude made 70K a year. I believe he basically worked behind the counter for a bank, man, and he made 79K a year. And that's a lot of money, obviously, if you budget and whatever, but it's just showing you the times that we're in. What food banks are originally for is for the homeless people, man. Okay, so I thought I would read a little bit of the article, and then I'll pull up some scriptures, man. All right, so it said food banks are not ready for the millions of Americans that could soon line up, and there already is millions of people. Okay, through many states, and over here in Canada's provinces. Okay, and it's literally regular people, not excluding the fact that a lot of people are immigrants coming over into Western society still due to the massive amounts of immigration. But yeah, man, there's already millions of people lining up in the food banks. I'll tell you that right now, man. Okay, off of what I've seen and over here in my demographic, man. All right, it said food banks across the United States are bracing for unprecedented challenge of Republican-led legislation known as the Mega Bill threatens to slash over $1 trillion from federal safety net programs. And this is what we've been telling you guys, man. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden war cometh, man. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. All right, a lot of these benefits you guys benefit from, like SNAP, food stamps, Section 8, a lot of those programs, Donald Trump's gonna cut those off, man. Okay. This is what we've been trying to tell you guys, man. This is literally what we've been telling y'all for years, man. They're going to cut all those things off, man. Okay? All right, those days we could get food stamps. And another thing about food stamps is one of the biggest scams in America, man. Okay? Which is actually crazy because a lot of Edomites are on food stamps. It's not even Jake that's on food stamps a lot. It's actually the Edomites, man. Edomites are actually on food stamps. And there's literally been scandals of people scamming food stamps. Okay, literally scamming. They again live in regular houses, they drive regular cars, they go to work every day, and they still have food stamps, man. All right, so yo, man, these government programs are gonna come to an end, man. Okay, all right, and the scriptures also tell you, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. That's in the book of Isaiah. All right, this man's gonna slash your programs, man. This is why the famine is gonna become bigger, because number one, the food banks you don't even have to slash this, okay? Because over the food, the food banks are gonna overfill already, all right, with the amount of immigrants and everything that's going on. Okay, look, read this. It says, including the Supplements Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, and Medicaid. Okay, these cuts, which are set to resharp the landscape of public assistance are leaving food banks and already strained by post pandemic demand and reduced federal funding, struggling to prepare the influx of families in need. Okay? And again, it's not one or two people, it's families that are lining up, guys. Okay? And I'm telling you from personal experience, from what I've heard and seen in Canada, okay? A lot of the food banks cannot sustain, bruh, food banks can't even sustain thousands of people, guys. I hope you guys know that. The phenomenon with homelessness was what? A few couple of people or a few couple thousand in the city, and you'd have to come back and they rationed whatever they had. It was people donated. I remember back when I was in elementary school and even high school, they would have a special day during the week, and you would bring and donate, man. Craft dinners, beans, ravioli, you name it, pasta, rice, doesn't matter, bag of potatoes. All right, that's just that this thing's coming to an end, man. All right, these handouts that y'all are getting, and that's just gonna come to an end. Okay. She noted if a lot of people who are suddenly ineligible for SNAP, boom, okay, a lot of people are gonna be ineligible, and that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. A lot of this shit is scammed. It's all a scam, man. These people that are lining up, I'm telling you, right? Because they can't afford it. They're already paying car insurance, they're paying mortgages, they're paying utilities, okay, and they can't afford the groceries. We've been saying this. We said, as the time goes on, the people are gonna have to pick. They're gonna have to pick in between paying their mortgage, paying their phone bill, paying their Wi-Fi, or buying groceries, or feeding their kids, or even feeding themselves. They're gonna have to, man. They're gonna have to, they're gonna have to choose in between that, man. This is Amos chapter 8 verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days comes of the Lord power that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing of the word of the Lord." Okay, so not even just a famine of physical food. There's gonna be a famine of the word, man. There's gonna be people literally scurrying to and fro, trying to find answers, where they can find food, where they can find refuge, where they can find shelter. Okay, there's not even gonna be a famine of the word, but there's also gonna be a famine slocking, not gonna be a famine just of food, but a famine of the word as well, man. Okay, all right. Let's keep going. This is Job chapter 5 verse 20. It says, "In famine he shall redeem thee from death." Okay, because if there's a famine, number one, there's something wrong with the economy, and number two, you know that death is in the air because a lot of people are going to starve to death. And you already know what happens when people start to starve to death. They get desperate. It gets so bad that people commit acts of cannibalism. Okay, people commit acts of cannibalism. Okay, and through the years, through from Obama to Biden to Trump, okay, they've been trying to basically legalize cannibalism on a grand scale, man. And not only that, you guys are eating the fast foods, the meat from the fast foods, man. I ain't even trying to get into all that, but we already know about the defiled bread, man. Okay? In that day, man, the elect ain't going to have to worry about this. Whoever the elect may be out there listening and learning, and whoever they may be, they're not going to have to worry about this. The elect are going to be fed. They're going to be sustained from the Heavenly Father. That's what that covering is for, man. To be protected from famine, plagues, you name it. Okay? The things that's getting ready to come in America is never going to be seen before. Like, we've seen cannibals and all those things, but they're going to be on grand scales. These people are going to be eating animals that shouldn't even be eaten. Okay? They're going to be eating people. They're going to be eating their babies, man. Like, this is stuff that we've never seen before. All right? That's getting ready to come. It says, "This is the reduction of the federal support expected to push millions of families toward food banks, which will ill-equipped and handle such a surge. Food banks are already reeling from federal funding," right? Federal funding, that means it's from the government. So what happens when the government cuts that off, guys? Do the math, right? As in the highest post-pandemic need, making the timing of these additional cuts practically devastating. Volunteers and staff of food banks are feeling the weight of the looming crisis. As Philibund in Philadelphia, volunteers like John Holloway expressed the mixed determination of concern. "We are the front line of defense," and that shit about to get taken out, man. Okay, it says, "And in war from the power of the sword, man." This is part of the sword, guys. Part of the sword. The sword means to kill. So the Lord's gonna kill y'all through hunger. He's gonna kill y'all on a physical. The Lord's gonna kill y'all in thousand. Remember that show, 1,000 Ways to Die? The Lord's literally gonna do that. That's literally what the Lord's gonna do. 1,000 ways to die, literally. Okay. The things that's getting ready to come, man. I'm telling you, through the Spirit, man, it's not gonna be pretty. Okay. Y'all are gonna try and take refuge with this one person, okay? And the person probably gonna try and eat you or knock you upside the head, cut your leg off and fry it, man. Just like in the book of Eli, when Eli came refuge to those, the old couple, okay? This is towards the end of the movie, all right? What did the couple feed them? They fed them meat, right? You know what the meat was? It was humans, man. Human meat. Okay? Human meat. All right? That's going to be the phenomenon in America very soon. It's going to be cannibalism, which cannibalism isn't even new in American culture. When the Edomites came over here, they were eating the Gadites' flesh, man, because they're weirdos. You already know what they be on. They were eating the tribe's flesh that when they were coming to America, they were literally eating their flesh, man. Cannibalism is nothing new. Okay? All right, let's get one more. This is Joel chapter 1 verse 17. It says, the seed is rotten under their clods, and the garners are laid desolate, and the buds are broken down, for the corn is withered. Okay? Right. And that's the concept or the analogy of your food supply. The Lord is going to destroy the food supply. Okay? So what happened when there's no more sun? You know? What happened when the water's not running? You can't water the crops. Like things like that, man. Obviously, we have nature's water, which is rain. But the Lord can alter the weather in those times, man. So there's no guarantee you can just crop, hide in your house and plant plants in the back of your house. And if anything, that's going to get taken because there's going to be raiders and all that, All right. Verse 18. It says, how do the beasts groan? The herds of the cattle are perplexed because they have no pasture. And it's going to be a chain reaction. So if there's no crops, you're not getting fed. And the food that you're supposed to be eating, which are cows, and obviously people eat pigs, goats, sheep, they're going to die because they have nothing to eat. So it's going to be a chain reaction. You guys got to put things into perspective, man. All right, because they have no pasture. Yea, the flocks of sheep are made desolate. Verse 19, O Lord, to thee I will cry, for the fire have devoured the pastures, the wilderness, which is actually happening right now. Forest fires. All right, we already know Esau is about that. We already know what he'd be doing with that, the forest fires and stuff. But you get the picture, man. It says, the wilderness and the flame have burnt all the trees in the field. Okay, verse 20, the beasts of the field also cry unto thee, for the rivers of water are dried up. Right. And what is it called? Due to the dramatic what is it called, man? Changes in the weather, okay? Right? This is where droughts happen, when there's not rain for a long time or it's too hot. Okay? This is why the weather is even balanced. The environment that you live in is balanced. The weather changes for a purpose, because if there's too much of something, this is why you have deserts. Deserts are completely dry. You know why? It's because it's an overcompensation of heat. Okay? And then vice versa with rainforests or places that rain or it's too cold. Look at those environments. So think about it, man. Okay? Think about it, right? It says, devour the pasture. Salakia. Cry also unto thee, for the rivers of water are dried up, and the fire have devoured the pastures of the wilderness. Okay? So you guys do the math, man. Like, the reason why I bring this out is because a lot of people in those times, they're not going to be going to the food banks. Them shit's going to go quick. They're going to try and plant and do that, man. It's going to be null and void, man. The Lord ain't going to have none of it, man. All right? The Lord's really going to take a lot of you people out, man. Okay? The Lord's going to take a lot of you people out. All right? So, Lord willing, you guys try to fight through this, man. I just want to give all praise and glory to the Father and the Son, Yahawah, Sham, Shai, double ourselves an apostle of the great millstone, one time in this truth, and Lord willing, this was edifying. All right? Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.